Zook. This is the RDJ25 SN Recording King guitar. I know I probably come off like I'm overselling, but man, I really know guitars. I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing over 40 years, and I know how to grab a great guitar when I see it. This is a brand new guitar. It's got a solid, you can look at the pictures, but it's got a solid flame maple back and sides, solid spruce top, nitrocellulose hand rub finish. It's an amazing guitar. It's so hard to describe tone. I just sold a 1935 Martin 0017 all mahogany, and I swear this has a lot of that flavor. The way the mid-range just and the whole balanced tone kind of just jumps out, like just comes out almost like if you went through some really analog, 48 tube processor and you had Neil Young, tweaking it, right? Really an unbelievable guitar. It's got a little bit of that kind of mountain sound like a great Martin, but the flame maple back and side give it a little bit of an arch top, old Epiphone Masterbuilt made in New York, violin voice top, carved top type voice, the jump. It's got a really nice bloom. It's got tremendous definition. It's got that kind of sweet buttery, like maybe a 50s or 60s Gibson J45, but with a lot more definition. Well, I like a great old J45 because of the buttery mid-range, but it lacks a little definition. This guitar has the definition and the balance, but it's got that buttery. It sounds like a major paradox. But and there's something about a great Guild guitar too. Guild has a certain kind of a clarity to the tone, and I don't know if you know, but Guilds record exceptionally well. When you mic a Guild, that microphone will pick up things from a Guild that you've never even heard on your ear. This is really an interesting guitar. I also carry all solid wood Recording King guitars for $349. That's an all solid wood guitar. It sounds unbelievable. If you want a great guitar and you don't want to go drop $2,000 on a major brand name, but you want something with bone nut, bone saddle, forward X scallop bracing like the pre-war Martins. I've got I think it's the RD10s Dreadnought for $349. They list for around $5 or so. That's just, it does not come with the case, but that's an all solid wood guitar for $349. They sound great. It's the best guitar on the planet for the money, no doubt about it. I've also got some smaller ones. I've got some triple O size. I've got one all solid triple O size I can do for $349. List is like around $5 or something. I've also got some of the smaller ones that are the triple O size with the built-in Fishman pickup with the volume and tone in the hole here. And those I can do for $299. None of these prices have cases. Those are the best prices I can do. It's not like going to a used car dealer. I've already done all the homework. I've taken the smoke and mirrors off. If you're tired of ripping yourself off and getting screwed by the big brands out there that just, you're paying for their overhead, you're paying for the big salaries, you're paying for the millions of dollars in advertising that they do, buy a guitar from me because you'll get your money's worth. Also, this material on the pickguard here, from what I understand from talking to my rep, is really, really rare. It's hard to get this. It's very expensive to make, and you don't see it too much anywhere. But this is really a sweet guitar. List on this guitar is about $1149 if you include the really nice arch top hard case. I was only able to get 2 of these. They're a discontinued model because they were just too expensive to make with the nitrocellulose hand rub finish and the flame maple back and sides and everything. I spent a lot of time dialing this in. So I got the last 2, and one's going in my collection, and I'll sell one for $850. If you have any interest, come play it, because you could pay $2,000 for this guitar and be stoked. It's that good. Listen to that. Now I'm going to get this. I'm just using a cheap webcam. Keep that in mind. Listen to this with large stereo headphones. And I'm in a tuning here, which I just love. Yeah, I hear a lot of that old mahogany 35 Martin I just sold on this guitar, which kind of blows my mind because when you start to marry wood, though, you get an interesting amalgamation, as Eric Johnson likes to say, of tone. And I think that the solid spruce top married to the flame maple back and sides, like I said, which is just absolutely stunning. And as you move it, it tends to change. You probably can't see it as well on here, It's really it's got some super thick, flame. This is really a sweet box. But man, the sound, it's like I love a good Martin. I love a great Martin. But there's a little more definition, a little more sweetness. There's a certain kind of a reverb quality that's natural, but it jumps out, kind of pops out. A great guitar is orchestral. The top vibrates freely and the sound kind of jumps out. Laker game today? Well, that was scary this morning, huh? My heart goes out to all the people in Japan. I'm just lucky that us on the West Coast didn't get hit hard, because I thought we might have. If you own guitars worth $50,000, check this guitar out. It doesn't get any better than this. It's such a beautiful guitar. Keep this a little short. This is really a sweet box. I carry the whole line of recording Kings, and I can order anything you want, but I do keep some in stock too. I've also carried the Lores. I can sell you a solid carved top, arch top guitar, kind of like an old L7 or something like that. Beautiful guitar, but a solid carved top, laminate back and sides of the Lore, LH300 for $449. They list for more. $449 is the best price. It's a steal. I've also got an LH650, all solid hand carved guitar, which is sounds like something that if it was vintage would be like $9 grand. That one's $1,000. List for more. I've also got a cutaway LH350, which is a solid top, solid carved top, laminate back and sides with a floating pickup. Got a few arch tops laying around. I've always got some cool stuff for sale. But if you're tired of paying for marketing and branding and CEO salaries and all the millions and millions of dollars that the big boys use to make you think you have to buy that big name brand to get a good guitar and feel like you're a happening person, which is total bullshit, unbrainwash yourself and call me. Come over and try a guitar. But this, I've got one of these for sale. This is so beautiful. RDJ25 SN. You can look inside the sound hole and see the flame maple coming through. Like I said, it's got flame on the back. It's just a really gorgeous guitar, man. And the sound, I'm sure you can, even if I just play real soft, it sounds a lot like that 35 Martin I just saw, which is interesting because that was an all mahogany guitar. Except for this one's a little more buttery sounding and a little bit bigger sound, obviously. But the fact that this new guitar can sound this good right out of the box, what's it going to sound like in 3 or 4 hours of play? Or 20 hours, or 100 hours, or a year? It's unbelievable. keep in mind, I'm just using a very, very cheap webcam mic as well. So, you know I need to upgrade and get a better mic. But here's one more chord up, kind of up close. If I get under the webcam, it seems to help. You can hear that tone just. Anyway, I'll let this one go for $850 with the hard case. You know what? I'm in a good mood. Hopefully, Lakers are going to win today. Buy it for me this weekend for $800. But if you have even just a little interest, come check this out. I'm not going to pressure you to buy it. I don't care. All my stuff sells eventually, and actually pretty quick. But this is a really neat guitar. You don't see too many guitars like this out there with the flame sides and the solid flame maple back and sides. Some of the older Ibanez stuff. But this is a cut above because this company has, their guitars being used by recording artists all over the world, and they're really been with these guys for 17 years. Such a sweet sound, man. That's what's hard to get. Sweetness with definition and bloom, and that kind of holographic quality. Such a sweet guitar. Stop right there. Give me a call if you want to check it out. Steve, 714-548-0385. I'm over here by Warner and Bolsa Chica. Again, that's Steve, 714-548-0385. Come check it out. $850, $800 cash this weekend. No trades. Thanks. Bye-bye. Unless I can trade up big time. Bye-bye.